Ujuanin, this is Kathy Chambers, Tribal Chairwoman for the Boys Fort Reservation, giving you an update. Today is Friday, and the reason we waited till Friday was because of the governor's signing of the lifting of the mask mandate for those that are vaccinated. The Boys Fort Tribal Council and our businesses met this morning, and we have come up with the following plan regarding the mask mandate for Boys Fort. The mask mandate will be lifted for the following entities. Fortune Bay Resort Casino, we ask that our patrons there, that if the guests are fully vaccinated and you do not have to wear a mask, if you are vaccinated, remember. However, guests who do not fully vaccinate are required to wear a mask while on property. We will not be requiring anybody. We're using like an honor system, so you do not have to wear masks at Fortune Bay Resort Casino if you are fully vaccinated. With regards to our Health and Human Services Department, the clinics will still require that their staff and patients wear masks. So you are required to use a mask when coming to our clinics in Nett Lake and Vermilion. Our C store and Y store, there will be no masks effective. This is all effective immediately today, and that the C store and Y store, we don't require masks in there either because it's going to be very hard to monitor, and we trust that everybody will be vaccinated. Those that still want to wear masks, even if they're vaccinated or not, are still welcome to do so. Our Boys and Girls Clubs also will require masks be worn of employees because they are in contact with children, and we know a lot of the kids are not vaccinated. The clinics, actually our Nett Lake and Vermilion clinic, if you received your shots through, or the vaccines through our clinics, you can get a copy. If you do not have your cards on you, you can request a copy or a print up of your verification of a vaccine, but please call ahead of time so they can get those printed off. Also, we want to mention that for those that aren't vaccinated, we are having Tuesdays and Wednesdays as our vaccination days in Nett Lake at the Nett Lake Clinic. Call 218-757-3650 to schedule an appointment on Tuesday or Wednesdays. Thursdays and Fridays will be our our Vermilion Clinic. That number is 218-753-2182, and it will be the Moderna, and we also have the Johnson & Johnson vaccines. So please schedule those, get your vaccines. We will also be looking at, in the near future, we hope to be putting out, we want to at least get 70% of our on-reservation people vaccinated, but we would encourage vaccinations for everybody. Adults are actually those now that are 12 years or older. But we want to incentivize that, and so we're going to be coming up with some incentives for people to get their vaccines. And so we will be getting that information out soon. The other thing I want to say is I did mention the 12 to 15-year-olds. We are in the process of ordering the freezers because the 12 to 15-year-olds have to have the Pfizer vaccine. That does require the extreme temperature storage, and we do not have the freezers available for that right now, but they are ordered, and we're just awaiting shipment. So once we get those freezers in, we will get the vaccines, and we'll be able to vaccinate our 12 to 15-year-olds. We'll be getting more information out as it arises. We also received great news this week from the U.S. Treasury, and they announced that they have come up with a distribution formula for the rescue funds that were passed by Congress. And so for the tribes were allocated $20 billion, of which $1 billion was to be equally distributed amongst 580 tribes. And then that left $19 billion left, and that's where the formula comes in. So far they've decided that, not so far, but they have decided that 65% of the $19 billion will be used based on enrollment. And it's certified tribal enrollment that came from the tribal governments. So 65% of the $19 billion will be prorated at the certified tribal enrollment numbers submitted by each tribe. The other 35% will be based on employment numbers for all tribally owned businesses for each quarter of 2019. This is prior to the pandemic. So we want to make sure that we have submitted they're using our IRS Form 941s for this. And so they made they actually made the formula very simple, but very fair, we believe at Voice for It, for all tribes. And actually, we're very thankful to the U.S. Treasury for allowing tribes to have input regarding the formula, because last time with the CARES Act funding, we did not have any input, and it was basically a very minimal amount that was very restrictive in how it's being used. So right now we have entered our data into the U.S. Treasury portal, and we hope to be hearing soon the amounts that Voice for It will be getting. Once we're made aware of our amounts that we will be getting from the U.S. Treasury, the rescue plan, we will be starting to review and implement and look at what projects we will be providing for our tribal members with those funds. These payments will come in two payments. The first payment will be with the enrollment numbers plus the $1 billion that was going to be equally divided amongst the 580 tribes. So that will be the first payment. The second payment will come later, and that will be the 35% based on employment numbers. Right now we don't have dates, we don't have amounts, but we do have a formula, which is great news for tribes, because now we can start moving forward with our ideas, our projects, and getting resources and whatever's needed for our tribal members out there that have been affected by this pandemic. We've also registered online to be a part of the Homeowners Relief Fund for Voice for It. And this is for homeowners, it's not for renters. Right now we don't know the exact details with the Homeowners Relief Fund. As soon as we get those out, we will put them out in our website, or if it's too much, we'll be putting them out in our newspaper. We hope to be getting a June edition out soon. However, we'll try to get information out to our tribal members as soon as we can. Again, we will be participating with the Homeowners Relief Fund for homeowners with regards to mortgages and other items that are allowable under that program. We still have our emergency rental assistance program that is ongoing, and so if you are renting and a renter or a landlord, you can apply for the emergency rental assistance program, and you can do that by calling Ed or Beverly at 218-757-3261, and they would be more than willing to help you. We are looking also to, we are also having another program which has come through, which is the a broadband help program for those that want to have assistance from it's called the Emergency Broadband Benefit. Excuse me, I'm just kind of not very organized right now. But the FCC put out on May 12th that eligible households can apply for an emergency broadband benefit. The temporary benefit will provide eligible households with a discount of up to $50 a month on the cost of broadband services and associated equipment rentals, or up to $75 a month for eligible households on qualifying tribal lands. All eligible households may also receive a one-time discount of up to $100 towards the cost of a laptop, desktop, or tablet computer purchased from a participating broadband provider. This has been put out by the FCC. This is not something that's been put out by the tribe. So households can apply in 3 different ways. One, you can contact your preferred participating broadband provider directly to learn about their application process. Second, you can go to getemergencybroadband.org to apply online and to find participating providers near you. Or you can call 833-511-0311 for a mail-in application and return it along with proof of eligibility. There is an address on the application, and so you can apply for this. This is not a Voice for It program, it's a national program, and so we encourage people to apply for it to help with your broadband costs that may have happened during this pandemic. So with that, I just want to say that, we are lifting the mask mandate. We are going to be looking at incentives for vaccinations in the near coming future, in the next week or two. We are also, our employees who have been vaccinated and can verify with their supervisors that they've received the vaccine do not have to wear masks. Those employees that do not have masks or have not been vaccinated will have to wear masks until they get the vaccine, or if they decide not to get the vaccines, they will still need to wear their masks. Except the businesses that I mentioned the Health and Human Services and the Boys and Girls Club will still require employees to wear masks, and our patients for those programs. So with that, I just want to say it's a fishing opener. Everybody be safe. Have a good day. Please be safe. And for those individuals that want to continue wearing masks, and go right ahead. But for those that are vaccinated at Boys Fort, you do not need to wear masks anymore except for those certain businesses. So with that, have a good day. Chi Miigwech, everybody, and look forward to talking to you next week. Miigwech.